What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Stock Market Jimmy. Sounds funny, Stock Market Jimmy. That sounds funny. Yeah, I'm not. I don't got any like screen for you and going over charts and things like that for you guys. Hold on one second. Let me put this fan over here on me. One second, guys. I hope everybody's doing good. I just got some updates for you, and I tell you what, man. There's a lot of scumbags out there who. So many of these people, they have, you got to be careful who you listen to on YouTube, guys. They've got so many people out there, they have an agenda, and they give like the worst advice, like people trying to push you into stocks that are so overinflated with high PE ratios. I had a guy saying, and I'm so sick. You know which guy I don't like the guy is that Jeremy guy, Jeremy something financial, whatever. I don't like that guy. The reason why I don't like that guy, he's such a YouTuber. He's so YouTuber. I used to watch that guy, and he would like his titles are, "This dollar stock will make you millions." And then you watch the video and it's nothing about the dollar stock. And then he has another title, this stock will make, it's just constant advertisement on the title, but then he doesn't even talk about that particular title. So a lot of these YouTubers are doing that. They're all just clickbait, man. They're all basically saying the same crap. So here's the deal. The reason why I just want to talk to you guys about what is going to happen on my channel and what's important to me. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to treat it exactly from the heart of what I do and how I invest my money. Now, you don't have to listen to me. It's just what I do and how I invest. I'm very strict, extremely strict. I do not buy on hype. You can talk all day to me till you're blue in the sky, like Palantir, buy Palantir, it's going to go to the moon and stuff like that. Yes, Palantir has done amazing, all right? It's done amazing. I'm just saying, when you miss the boat, you can't just go into Palantir when the PE ratios are to the moon. You have to do an evaluation on that stock. And if you didn't get in, listen, you have to understand, these guys who are making millions of dollars, they paid $7 a share for Palantir. Some of the other people paid like $17 or $25. That's a different situation. They're up so high and they've made so much money that if they ever saw it really going down where it was affecting too much of their profits, they're just going to sell it. That's what's going to happen. One of the other guys the other day made like 600 grand in the market when the market shot up. He made like 600,000. And then he's trying to convince you to still come in when the stock has already reached a certain height. And that's a personal agenda, especially with the big audience. If somebody has 800,000 people that listen to him, out of those 800,000 people, if he gets 20,000 people to spend 30, 40 grand on that stock, it makes a difference in that stock. It really, truly does. It keeps it pushed up where he might be able to just hit the sell button, or he may not have to hit the sell button. Maybe he wants to hang on and just keep people, trying to promote people to keep pumping it up. So here's what's going on with the stock market. And this is what, one of the things that I'm going to do with this channel is I'm definitely going to do a training on swing trading. I'm going to do some training for you guys on swing trading, where I'm also going to do a Discord where if you are a part of the Discord, you're going to see every one of my live trades. So every time that I buy something, you're going to physically see it when I bought it and when I sold it. That way, you always can make money with me, where you always know what I'm buying and what I'm selling. Okay, now I'm not a financial advisor. Nobody's forcing you to buy what I buy, when I buy, and sell when I sell. Nobody's forcing you to do that. But what I think that you're going to end up seeing is how disciplined I am in when it comes to money. When it comes to my money, I'm very strict. I'm very careful because I have a lot of experience and I've learned from my mistakes across throughout my life. So I'll fill you in on where we are right now with the stock market. Is you have to be very careful. I call where we're at right now pretty much no man's land, and I personally don't like the market that we're in. I personally don't like it. Like I like markets where they're kind of like very predictable. So for example, I miss when Bitcoin was $30,000. Now I'm not saying I miss it so I can buy Bitcoin for 30,000 and hold until it hits 100. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I like the market when we had Bitcoin at $30,000 because it was constantly going from 30,000 to 38,000, back down to 34, back down to 30, went right back up to 33, 34. I like predictable markets that tell you, hey, this is where I'm stationed right now, and you can get in and get out. I like markets that are in and out, in and out. And what happens is if you buy it at the right price, if the market caves and it starts declining, you're not panicking. The worst thing that happens is that money's now tied up. So now you're in a trade where you went down, but you bought a really solid investment at a really solid price, okay? So I'll use an example for what stock today would give you that type of scenario, all right? Would it be Meta? No, it would not be Meta. Meta has went up so much, I don't care what people say, oh, it's going to 1,000. Sure, maybe it is. But if Meta goes to 1,000, that means that the stock market's going to explode for a while, okay? Meta, right now, in my opinion, is not a good price. It's not a stock that I personally would buy right now. It's a stock that has already ran a little bit, and it's up there, okay? So I'm not comfortable buying Meta at those prices. The other one, like Amazon and stuff like that, would you be okay flipping and doing shorts, swing trades with Amazon right now? It came down a little bit and stuff like that. So I don't think that Amazon's like a horrible deal. I think Amazon's a pretty decent deal right now. But my preference would be Google. Google would be, if you really look at the stock market and you really look at the books, you have to look at the balance sheet. If you look at the balance sheet with Google, I think it's one of the safest stocks because it constantly rebounds when it dips. So when you get Google, I don't care what kind of news you throw at it. If you throw at some news at it and it goes from like 159 and it drops all the way down to 149. So it gives up $10, okay? Which is a lot. It gives up $10 a share. 3 days later, it's back to 157. And it does this all the time. Now, the reason why that I like Google is because Google has done nothing wrong. It consistently shows profit on its quarterly report. It consistently makes good money. It has the best AI that's out there right now. It has the only, or one of the only, one of the, maybe there's 2 or 3 of them, but Google, I think they could be the only one right now that's actually on the road giving taxi rides. But they have the cars that run on their own, and they're in 3 states, getting ready to start a 4th state. And they quadrupled their total rides that they did in 1 year. In a 12-month period of time, they quadrupled it, which is amazing. So that's a lot of incentive. Other things with Google is their web services, their data operations, their AI with the quantum computers. They've got a lot of stuff going on, guys. They're just a good company, and they have the best books. Like, their books are so healthy. So if you have a company like Google, Google has not went on a run yet. Yes, Google got back about $15 a share. But if you look at the year to date of 2025, Google is actually down, I think, about 4 or 5% or 3% or 4% for the whole year. They're actually in the negative. So if you bought Google at the beginning of the year, you would be losing about 4%. So that's crazy. You have all these other companies like Palantir with the worst books. Their books, like if you look at their, when I say books, their income and how much they have and all that might be good. But I'm talking about like the PE ratio as well. Their PE ratio, guys, it's just, you are so vulnerable. If something goes wrong with that stock, you could get absolutely murdered if you bought into the hype and you own that sucker at like $100 and something. You could really get destroyed. You know, with something like Google, if you pay, let's say you paid 160, okay? Now I paid 154, okay? Now I was up, I believe I was up 13 or 14, I was up $14 a share. And remember, I'm making $844 for every share, for every dollar that it goes up. Every dollar that it goes up, I make $844. Every dollar it goes down, I give back $844. So I was up $14 a share. So when I look at what's going on, this is what my mind frame is thinking. All right, Jimmy, you only paid $154. You're not in any kind of panic here. Today it gave back like almost $2. All right, so I think I'm up probably like $10 a share now. So I'm in no man's land, because here's why. What nobody wants to do right now, nobody wants to really like sell and take those profits, because if you sell and then all of a sudden starts going back up again, you can't get back in. You cannot get back in. You cannot pay the 154 no more. So what I'm willing to do, the way I handle a situation like this is very good advice, okay? If you're up $10 a share, and then tomorrow you go down another $3 a share, and the next day you go down another you see that you're going down $2 a share. If I'm only up $5 a share, then I sell. I sell. Because what's happening is that I was once up $14 a share, and I was gambling because I don't want to give it up because all the prices are too high and I can't get back in. And I don't know if it's going to go on a run. If it goes to 226, I'm going to cry. So I have to be like, well, let's attack it this way. Let's give up some of our profits until it gets down to the $5, well, I'm only up $5 a share. Because then when I'm down to where it gets down to $5 a share, now I'm in a situation where I have to take something for my investment. So let's say I take $5 a share, which is, way less than I was up, but let's say I take it. The reason why I would take it is because I'm getting something for my investment, and number two, I'm only $5 away from what I originally paid. So now I'm at that level where it could go lower than what I paid. It could come down and go lower than what I paid. So I'm at that area now where I'm within striking distance. Now it could be where I sell it if I get up where I'm only up $5 a share, and then it starts taking off again and it goes way up. That would suck. That would suck. Okay? It can happen. So you have to run it like a business and do the best you can. Okay? That's all you can do, is do the best you can. Because I can tell you right now, what I'm seeing from what I saw today, I honestly don't, this is what I see. I see prices that people don't want to pay. That's what I see right now. So for example, people got used to this price of what these stocks were, and now that they're up $20 more per share and $15 more per share. So for example, Are you going to come in right now and pay Nvidia at 132 when you were used to buying it for $107 just 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? It's hard to do that because everybody's worried based on the way that the stock market works is you come in at the 132 and then the next thing you know, it plunders down to $114. And you're like, shit, you're like, darn, I'm screwed. And I'm down $15 a share. No one wants to do that. Everybody wants the really, really good deals, which I don't blame them. So what I see is a stock market right now where the prices are higher and nothing moved today whatsoever. Now, I did see stocks like AMD, Google. I was pretty impressed with Google, actually. AMD, Google, Nvidia, even Meta, all the good companies. I was pretty impressed that they seem to have people holding. So they don't have people buying, they have people holding. So that's a concern. That's not a sign of a bull market, guys. That is not a sign of a bull market. A bull market is where it just keeps going up. People just keep flooding in, and money is they keep buying and buying and buying and pushing it up and pushing it up, and money is just super easy. Now there are days that it pushes back, like today. It's called the shake off. They're trying to shake off people and slowly bring it down, shake off people. So they're trying to get people, when it comes down, what happens is people get out of their position because they don't want to lose their profit, and they would rather just keep the money, and they want to get out. And then when they get out, it causes a collapse of that stock because more people keep getting out. The more people keep getting out, the price keeps going down. But the good thing is, what I saw today was that as the price was coming down, the people who failed to get in on time started to come back in. Any type of discount, they were coming in and buying a little bit, which is why we didn't have a disaster day. There's a lot of times, sometimes where you make $10 per share and the next day it gives back $7, So I don't know what the market's going to do, to be honest with you. It's not like I'm not really confident that we're going to see prices just going crazy up. So it's kind of got you by the cojones, where you don't want to sell because if it does go up, you're screwed. And if you hold, you're going to lose the profits that you made or lose a lot of them. So it's a tough scenario, So right now is not like a lot of things that I'm confident in with the market. So I'm just going to hold what I have, and I'm not going to sell anything. But like I said, if I get down to where my profits becomes, where I get to the point where I'm almost getting closer to what I paid, I'll go ahead and just take the small profits and hope then that the market goes below what I paid, and then come back in and give it another try. Okay? So that's just good advice for you guys. Don't listen to these people out there that are trying to convince you to come in on a market that satisfies their agenda. There's so many people that go on television or on YouTube, and they give you guys the worst advice, and I remember this millionaire guy, I forget his name. He's not a millionaire, he's a billionaire. I forget his name. I don't remember his name. But he's a scumbag. That guy's a scumbag. He literally went on the news media and he was just telling the world that the sky was falling and everybody's going to lose all their money, giving everybody the biggest scare tactic in the world. The whole time, the guy was buying as everybody was selling. And then he ended up making tons of money. He caused huge panic because a lot of people listened to him. So this was a guy that used his platform to make billions of dollars at other people's mercy. You know what I mean? Look, man, I don't care. You don't make money off of people losing money. If you are that kind of person that you tell people to do something so you can benefit and it causes them to suffer, you're a piece of crap. You know what I mean? And so that guy's a scumbag. He's ruined to someone like me. I'll never, like, he doesn't care. All he cares about money. People out there, that's all they care about. A lot of people just care about money, and they don't care about helping people or being, doing things honestly and all that kind of stuff. I don't like that, So if I talk to you guys about stuff, it's coming from the heart. It's coming from exactly what I would do. I'm not telling you about certain things or giving you advice on anything unless it's something that I would personally do with my money. Okay? So guys, thanks for listening. New channel. I love when I can tell you guys about stocks on something that I would buy. I love that. I just don't have anything for you today. I'm very, I have no advice or opinion on any stock right now that's in the stock market that I would feel confident at this particular moment telling you to get in on. Not one stock that I would personally tell you. I had a lot of people talking about the HIMS stock. And, okay, the HIMS stock, you could make money. You could have made money on it when it was $10 cheaper, and then it went up that $10, and maybe if you hold for real long. But guys, if you have not bought that stock at a low price, do not buy that stock right now. I just looked at the PE ratio on that thing. Dude, it's ridiculous. It's horrible. Okay? Horrible. You want to talk about a stock that's so overvalued, is that stock. Like, there's so many of them. I think probably Palantir's got to be the worst. Palantir has the worst PE ratio I think I've ever seen. It's insane. Insane. But what's so weird sometimes about the stock market, people don't care, man. It's all about hype. These people are all just come crazy in on hype, buying things all on hype without really analyzing what they're doing or what they're buying. And sometimes the people who make these horrible decisions really financially benefit from it. And then, of course, a lot of the people are not going to, because they're the ones that are going to get killed, But I remember when the last time Trump was the president, we had stocks, dude, that were so expensive, and people just kept buying. They were buying at all-time highs. They didn't care. Everything you bought just kept going up and up and up. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I don't like situations like that. I don't. I like when the market is steady and predictable. That's what I like. Or I like when the market crashes, when I'm not in it. When I don't have my money in it, I like when the stock market crashes. Sometimes you get lucky like that, where if you just sense that things aren't going real good, you make your money and then you get out, and then you just like sit back, and when the market's not doing really that well, you just pray it crashes. You're just like, oh, go lower, because that way you can always make opportunities where you get like 15%, All right, guys, I'm gonna keep rambling, so I'm gonna go now. I'll see you guys. I'll probably make a video here when I see it. The next video I make on the stocks, I promise you, will be when I actually see either if I sell something or I'm going to buy something. Okay, that will be the next stock video that I make. If you guys could hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. They told me that I have to get to 500 subscribers before this channel qualifies for monetization. So Now my gambling channel, when I started that almost 2 years ago, that one was required where I had to have 1,000 subscribers. So this one's only half of that, which is kind of, well, it's good for me, but I have to get to 500 subscribers. So everything that I do and make right now, I don't make any money from this right now. Like, I don't make anything. And then I'm not really going to make very much money at all. Like, you don't really make a lot of money from, you know, your videos. I mean, maybe if you have like 150,000 subscribers, you could make a lot of money. But I just want a good audience of loyal people, and then I can make some money on the tutorials that I teach on the stock trading. I can make a little money on that, but I make plenty of money from, you know, just when I play craps and baccarat, and I make plenty of money with that, you know, and I make plenty of money through trading, you know, buying crypto. Like I just had that $33,000 transaction on the crypto sale, and you know, so I'm always making good money with my stocks and stuff like that. So I'm good. Okay, all right, guys, take care. Thank you for, if you still watch the whole thing, man. You're really loyal to me, man. Appreciate it. probably like more than half of you guys were just like, oh, dude, no one cares, bro. Click. All right, guys, take care.